Hello, fellow being alive. Welcome. Welcome here. Thank you for being here. And I am here to be fully present with you and to share something that I find to be extremely important in this world. Something that I'm passionate about and that I care about. And today, I'm most excited to explore what it means to be crazy. Because living in this world that we're living in right now and what it's been, I've been alive for 21 years, and what it's been is a good mix of perspectives on crazy, but it seems like the overarching kind of way of looking at it when you say someone is crazy, the average perspective is that that's for some reason a bad thing. And I can understand that, because when someone says, well, you're crazy, you don't know what you're talking about, you're crazy, that's obviously, a version of saying it that feels a certain way and sends a certain energy, and that creates this perspective or perception of it being a bad thing. And I acknowledge that, and I have experienced that, and I think a lot of us have, especially if we haven't had perfect lives, which I don't know who has. So it's okay to be called crazy, and I see you, and I know it can be a lot. And at times, if we're not confident, if we're not grounded in ourselves, if we don't see our worth, it can be a point that comes down on us. It can be a word that crushes. It's like, oh, I'm crazy, what do you mean? Like, no, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I feel, and that's true. That's all there is to it. It's true. Like, this is what I'm saying this is like the first part of crazy that we're going to go into, and there are a few more other ways that I'm going to explore it with you. But like, this one is like, when you feel like you are crazy, someone says you're crazy, but you feel like you are valid. You know what you're talking about, you know what you're feeling, and you know that it's true for you, then it is. Then it is. And we as humans, we as women, we as empaths can trust ourselves a lot more than it seems like we do right now. We really do know what we feel, and it's valid, and even if it's not right, or it might be crazy, it's okay. That's first and foremost what I want to say. And second of all, what I want to say is that we are all crazy. Okay? That is the truth. That is the truth. If one of us is crazy, we are all crazy. If none of us are crazy, none of us are crazy. That's what I would say. That's what I would offer right now as the most grounding perspective, because, well, life is wild, and we go through different things in life. We go through different eras of learning and growing, and sometimes we get very deep into things, and sometimes we're confident and grounded, and it's all these different things. It's life. It's the journey that we are on and growing, and there are going to be times that are super intense. We're going to be crazy, like, different ways to be crazy are being wild like a child, your inner child flying and playing. You can be crazy by placing or connecting a bunch of dots together to, like, piece together the bigger picture, in a sense. That could be considered crazy. Something that could be considered crazy is making art instead of having a regular job, or creating something that isn't necessarily of this world. It's all these things. Crazy could be yelling and screaming, making jokes. It could be being angry, or being too negative, or being overarchingly negative. It could be going to egg your ex-best friend's car. It could be, literally so many things. That's just a handful of them off the top of my head. And I'm sure you have your own right now too that you can add to this. But yeah, what I'm saying is that we are all crazy. And I have heard so many times lately when I have been existing in this world, I've heard crazy used as a negative thing. Like, what about if people think you're crazy? Well, people think I'm crazy. Well, people calling each other crazy for being themselves. And yes, it is crazy to be yourself. It is, oh my gosh, I feel like I've been saying that word for so long that it doesn't even mean the same thing anymore. That's so interesting. And this is a good point to bring up because I have been saying the word so long. I feel like I've worked through it to a certain extent and I don't feel as attached to it anymore, attached to its meaning, and therefore it's just existing. And I think that that's part of what we're doing as a society and culture with certain words or certain things is like, okay, really get in there, talk about it. Talk about what's happening, share your experiences, and then you're able to let it go. You're able to move through it. That's part of the process of, I think, healing and coming together and being honest and being ourselves. And I actually really love and appreciate that just happened. Because it is what it is. And when we're crazy and wild and who knows what else, that if we know that what we're doing is right for us in this moment, on our path, on our journey, we are aware of what we're doing. And we can see, okay, I know that I'm being this or that, and that's okay. That's when things begin to change, Yes, I'm crazy. We're all crazy. We are. Have you looked around? Like, sometimes people hide. And then they don't seem crazy because they're not saying anything or they're not doing anything. And I did that for a long time. I didn't say anything, I didn't do anything, and then I was still crazy because I didn't say anything or do anything, I think it's a very freeing possibility. It's a very freeing possibility to be open to the reality that we are all wild and crazy and existing and doing what we're doing. And so the stigma of the word crazy can evolve. It feels like it's time. It feels like it's time. And I love that people are embracing it. I've seen other people embracing it and saying, well, we're all crazy. Period. That's it. And I just feel like it's good to just keep saying it. That's the timer to start a new clip. So that's what I came here to do, is to sit with you, be with you, exist with you, and say together that, yes, I'm crazy. Yes, we're crazy. We're crazy. And that's okay. To just kind of allow that word, if that's a word in your life right now that is holding you back, that is keeping you from being yourself, from doing what you want to do, being crazy, like, do it. And out of love, out of what's right for you, those are really the best intentions to have. And I understand at times that they're not always accessible. And I think self-awareness is a really good way to get grounded in that and be your best crazy, Because when you know, you know. If you know, you know. That's the truth. That's the truth. I'm crazy. Hello. Let's do it. Let's do it. We're crazy. It's okay. And I love you. And I see you with all your crazy and all my crazy. And I accept it. And I allow it. And I honor it. And it exists in our world. So might as well embrace it. Might as well be aware of it and allow it to some capacity, so we don't have to reject that part of ourselves, you know, so we can be free and be full and express ourselves with all that we've got. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing here. Let's do it. Let's do it. Right now. Thank you for being here every time. It is different and it is special. And I appreciate it always, always. And I'm sending you with lots of love. And whatever you do today and tomorrow and every day, I hope it's fulfilling. Fulfilling and passionate. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're feeling. And stay tuned. Stay tuned. Thank you.